You guys like screen printing? This Jaguar print by Rafael Rowan out of Brazil incorporates an HD gel effect to create these water droplets that you can feel and that you can see. In this print, I try to combine the simulated process with a wet raindrop effect using Plastisol gel. There are 7 230 mesh screens for the colors and one 81 mesh screen for the high density gel. The emulsion application on the screen for the effect, meaning just the screen for the gel effect, was 2 layers on the outside and 4 layers on the inside. So when you finish on the inside, you're pushing all that emulsion down through the screen so it accumulates on the bottom and you have something to cut into to create that stencil gasket. To create the effect with only 1 layer, I used a very old technique, which I don't know how it's called in English. In Portuguese, it's called something like pulled print. I filled the screen with ink several times until I created excess of ink on the t-shirt side of the screen. Then when printing, I use very little pressure so the excess remains on the shirt. If you've seen Milos de Groot out of Amsterdam doing his Mad Specials prints of the crazy dimensionality, what he's talking about is these were all printed manually. So he's flooding the screen several times before he puts it down on the garment, then sets it on the garment, kisses it through the screen so a light print and all that ink that builds on the bottom kind of releases and goops down. Let's take a look at the separations. Okay, in this print, we've got 8 screens. I've seen this a lot in Mexico. I like how they show the color count here, or last one being a gel. So let's start here with our composite image and break it down. So, trademark style, Rafael Rowan. He underbases with a warm color instead of a white base. Then, it looks like he's added a gray instead of a white. It's like a cool gray here. All of these are super, super soft. Then our green on top of that. You can take a look at all the raindrops here because these are going to play together with the gel screen. A bright gold, a red, almost a pinkish red. You know, we're getting it here in the nose, but it's really influencing these colors here in the yellow. Take a look. Flat yellow, more of a vibrant gold. Then we have our top white. Also adds some more color to these drips. So see the drips, they're really well defined in the print version. Now, adding a black, a top skeletal black to get all this fine detail. Really nice dots up here in the leaves. And then finally our gel. So take a look here in the gel underneath all of those, we have a print. So let's get in here a little tighter. So those little water droplets that have print underneath them, you can see how it really adds to the effect. You can see where he did that pulled effect right here and he got more lift off of it. And the more heat he added to this, the more it would dome over.